What's going on, everyone? It's Garnet here again, and today we're going to be talking about the Aeolian mode. But before I get into the video, if this is your first time checking out the channel, checking out the video, thanks for checking it out. Really appreciate it. If you have subscribed, thank you for being a subscriber. If you haven't subscribed, please press on the subscribe button and press on the bell so you know when a new video drops. Okay, now let's get started. So today we're going to be talking about the Aeolian mode, which is the sixth mode in the major scale. So as a quick review, we're going to go over what the seven modes are. And the seven modes are Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and Locrian. The Aeolian mode is a really easy mode to remember. And the reason why it's easy to remember is because the Aeolian mode is just the natural minor. So if we were to look at the major scale first, C major, since it's the easiest, no sharps or flats, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. All we would be doing is starting on the A and then going from A to A, keeping that same key signature with no sharps, no flats, which is C. So it would be A, B, C, D, E, F, G to A. So the Aeolian mode is also known as a relative minor. So if you have C major, A minor would be the relative minor. If you had F major, then D would be the natural minor. Another way to look at this is you can think of it as the sixth mode, because you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you could just go down 3 half steps. So C, B, B flat, A. Another way to look at this is to use a formula, and I talked about this in the previous videos. So you can compare the Aeolian mode to the root major scale. So if I'm going into A Aeolian or A natural minor, I'm going to compare it to A major. So I still use the numbers for each scale degree. A would be 1, B would be 2, C sharp would be 3, D would be 4, E would be 5, F sharp would be 6, G sharp would be 7, back to 1, which is A. So when I play A minor, what I would have is 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, back to 1. Again, I'm comparing the Aeolian mode to the major scale. So the next thing that I'm going to do is what I've done in the previous videos, which is I'm going to expand the mode. So I'm going to play every other note, like so. And I do that so I can get the sound in my ear and know what the chord sounds like and feels like emotionally. So I see all the chords, the triads, and I also think about the mode as two seventh chords tops on one on top of the other. So I have A minor 7, and then I have a B half diminished or B minor 7 flat 5 stacked on top of it. And again, I do this just to get the sound in my ear and know what it sounds like and what it feels like emotionally. So now the question is, how do we use this chord, or how do we use this mode? Well, since it's a natural minor, or it's a relative minor, it can be used as a 1. So for example, we'll just keep it in A minor here. We'll just do a 2-5-1 progression. So I can play like an A minor 7 chord with the 9. Or I add the 11, which would be the note D here. Now, You can add the upper tones in there too. You can add that if you want to, if you want to create some type of effect or something. One voicing that I like with the natural minor is when I play A in the bass, and then I have a D minor 7 chord with the 9 and the 11 in there. So one voicing that I like that's in the natural minor or the Aeolian mode, instead of just playing, I like to play voicings like this. So it's like A minor 9, and then I'm just playing an E minor triad. And what you can do is when you play a voicing like that, is that you can use inversions and go throughout the mode like this. And then go down in D minor. So with the natural minor, you can use those other notes that are above the ninth, which would be the D, the F, the A, and also the B. You could use that as like color notes to kind of create a mood. You can do the same thing with all the other modes, especially with the minor. You can also use like the Dorian mode and sometimes the Phrygian mode, because they all start off with the same kind of chord structure. For example, if I just play A minor 7, I could use 3 different modes there. I can use the natural minor, I could use the Phrygian, I could use the Dorian mode. So it's all about how you want to use the notes after the 7th, which would be the G. So let's review. So the Aeolian mode is the 6th mode in the major scale. It's also known as a relative minor. So if I have A minor, the relative major would be C. And you can think of the relative minor as the 6th degree, or you can just go to the regular major chord there, which would be C, and go down 3 half steps, and you'd be right there. Or you could just think of the formula. The formula would be the 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, back to the 1. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you for taking the time to watch the whole thing. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. My social media information is in the descriptions. And next week, we're going over the final mode, which is the Locrian mode. So we're almost there. Again, thank you for watching and happy practicing.